welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since we've done a detailing video, so it's good to get back on them. In this video I'm going to be going through the full process of washing the car all the way through to ceramic coating it. The car in question is a 2005 Toyota MR2 with just 7,000 miles on the clock from new. It's a really good example, although it still has its fair share of swirls that need to get corrected, so let's get into it. Now with this car I do have the added benefit of being the last person to wash it, and I know that it's been stored since I last washed it, so all it's going to need is just a quick once over with the regular cleaning products, and then it's going to be on to the decontamination. So when it comes to the actual washing of the car, I'm only really going to be using two products: Garage Therapy Zero Decon shampoo mixed up in a few different dilutions for the wheels, the bodywork, as well as the decon shampoo phase of the wash, and Garage Therapy One Wheel shampoo that you can see that I'm using just here, along with my various arsenal of detailing brushes, just to ensure that the wheels and arches are as clean as they can be. Once they're all nice and clean on all four corners, I can then move on to the pre-wash. Now this car doesn't really need much of a pre-wash, as it only had a very light coating of dust on it. However, what I am using is Garage Therapy mixed up at 1 to 10 dilution in the IK pump sprayer. I'm going to use this as a pre-wash. Now I did mix up a full sprayer's worth of product for this, because what I'm going to do is, once I've done the pre-wash, I'm going to coat the car again in the product out of the sprayer, and then I'm going to use the product in the shampoo wash bucket as well. Just means that I'll have the product on the car as well as in the wash mitt when it comes to getting any of the protection that I put on from the last time off. As I come to rinse the product off, you will see that the water behaviour is still really quite good here, and all that is from the Blitz ceramic quick detail spray that I applied the last time out. However, normally this product will need some agitation to really do its job. Before I get on to the shampooing of the car, I did want to deal with the soft top. For the soft top, again I'm using Garage Therapy Zero Decon, however this time it's diluted only at 1 to 20. The soft top itself isn't very dirty and doesn't really need much cleaning. What I'm using here is one of my older leather cleaning brushes. I feel that this just gives enough bite to get in and clean the soft top. It's not too aggressive and it agitates the product up quite nicely. With the area that I live in Scotland, I don't really get to do too many soft tops, so it's nice for a little change, and I just like to take my time, just make sure that everything's nice and clean. You can see that as I'm scrubbing the product in there, that it's not coming up all dirty and algae like. This car has been well maintained and it's actually been dry stored for most of its life, so it's never going to have a really horribly dirty soft top. And as you can see, I just like to break the roof into sections when I'm doing it, so basically break it down into thirds. Do one side, then I'll do the middle, then I'll go round and do the other side. Now that I've done the contact wash, it's time to get the 1:20 dilution out again, and then I'll just go around all the badges with a relatively soft detailing brush and the Garage Therapy Zero Decon diluted at 1:20 again, and just get in all the intricate areas to make sure that everything's nice and clean. For the chemical decontamination phase, I've used Garage Therapy's iron oxide, followed by a tar and glue remover, and all I'm going to show is me applying the product, because there was no fallout on this car and there was no tar or glue on this car to really show anything up. Now that the car's inside, we can start getting on with the clay bar process. For this, I normally use a quick detailer diluted down just to give me a bit of clay bar lubrication, and then just crack on with the clay bar. I like to soak it in a tub of hot water just to make sure it's nice and pliable. And again, based on the chemical decontamination, there was hardly anything that came off this car when going over it with the clay bar. Next up, time to polish. When it came to polishing this car, I actually made the assumption that the paintwork was going to be typical Japanese paint and be very soft. How wrong was I? It took 3 to 4 different pad and polish combinations to finally find the right combination and right products that I was getting really nice results. I think I went through the whole range of mixing and matching compounds and various hardness of pads to eventually land on the Zvisor medium pad with the uppercut from Absolute Valeting Polish. That's their more coarse polish, and I was ended up getting some really nice results, and it was knocking out a hell of a lot of swirls, as you'll come to see just shortly when I do a bit of a 50-50. Once I got into the groove though, and then I really started making some fast progress. When it comes to removing the polish, I find that these microfibre cloths are really handy for just picking up any of that polish and just taking it off without spending too much money on some expensive cloths. If you do happen to be interested in any of the products that I'm using in this video, links are in the description box below. If you've made it this far into the video, there's a good chance that you're enjoying it. If you are and you're not subscribed to the channel, if you could hit that subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Or even just leave a comment, it really helps out the YouTube algorithm. Just as I'm ripping through this set here, I found that this was probably the best panel to get a really good 50-50 on. So as you do, I've masked it up, getting the set done, and then we'll have a look at the improvement that's been made from just one pass with the Zvisor medium pad and the heavy cut compound. When it comes to that convertible roof, I'm going to be using the Fabsil Gold, and yes, that is a paintbrush. As per the instructions, get yourself a tub of the product and then just paint it on. Once you've done that, you can let it sit for a little while, and then you can just flatten it all out with a microfiber cloth, which you'll probably have to throw in the bin once you're finished with. My only other experience in protecting soft tops is I used an actual detailing specific product, and it came in a 500ml bottle, and I found that I just absolutely bummed through the product. So whenever somebody asks me now for any kind of soft top protection, the answer for me is always Fabsil Gold. Straightforward product, very easy to use, great results. So we've made it, it's time to start applying the coatings. For this car we're going to be using 3 coatings: Orthrus, Chimera and Hades, all from Garage Therapy. If you buy a Garage Therapy coating, you're likely to get it in this style of box. Generally it will come with a few different suede applicator pads or applicator sheets, an applicator block. The Chimera comes with this little droplet in case your bottle gets clogged up by cured coating, and you get the coating itself. Once you manage to rummage through all the packaging, you'll then find some spare suede applicator pads, or whatever you want to call them, and a nice set of nitrile gloves to help keep those little pinkies safe. Each of the Garage Therapy coatings, in my experience, comes with this comprehensive set of instructions telling you how to prepare and how to apply the coating that you're going to be using. To kick us off, we're going to be using the Orthrus ceramic coating. This particular ceramic coating has been designed to be used on paint, PPF or vinyl wraps, so a very versatile ceramic coating. The application instructions are very straightforward. Apply it in a 2 foot by 2 foot area, which I'm roughly trying to gauge here. You allow it to cure up to the rainbow effect. It takes 1 to 2 minutes depending on the temperature that you're working in. And then you want to grab yourself one of the Garage Therapy Pearl Weave microfiber cloths. You're going to use this tool to level off the product. It's important to note that when you're doing this stage, you should always go a little bit further than where you've actually applied the ceramic coating. You're then going to grab a second tool and you're going to give it a final buff, and you're going to go a little bit further again, just to make sure that you're not leaving any high spots. As I'm demonstrating right now, if you look at the light there, it's very hazy because that area still has the ceramic coating on it. As we get to buffing off the first layer, you'll see what I'm talking about as I go a little bit further than where I've applied the coating before grabbing my second tool. Once you're happy that everything's all buffed off and that you've not left any high spots, you can crack on with the next area of coating. This particular coating recommends 2 coats 1 hour apart. For me, as I was taking my time with this one, I basically got the first coating done, had enough time for a cup of tea, and then I was straight on to the second coating. I have to say I did find this a really easy coating to use. One thing that I would recommend though is make sure that you've got plenty of cloths. Every couple of panels I was changing out my cloths and going to new ones, and it just made the process that little bit easier when it came to removing the coating, and I didn't have any issues with any sticky residue or any over curing or anything like that. It was a really simple coating to use. Once I got the car coated with the ceramic coating, it was time to move on to the wheels, and we're going to be using the Garage Therapy Hades wheel ceramic coating. You'll have seen me use this in the channel before. I really like it, it gives really good results. If this is the first time that you're seeing me using this, it is a very straightforward coating to use, similar to the Orthrus ceramic coating, where you just apply a few drops to your coating block and then just get it all over the wheel. Previously when I've done this, I've done the faces of the wheel and then went and done the inside of the spokes, but from experience and with the wheels not being too difficult a shape, I knew that I was going to be able to do the full face of the wheel on the one go here. And then again, a very similar procedure for removing the coating. Allow it 1 to 2 minutes to cure up to that rainbow effect, and then you can go in with your Pearl Weave microfiber tool and start levelling off before grabbing your second microfiber tool to give it that final buff off. I'm going to finish this one off with a Chimera top coat ceramic coating. This is the V2 of Chimera, and this is actually about 4 days on from the actual application of the ceramic coating. The Chimera is applied and removed in exactly the same way as the Orthrus or the Hades wheel ceramic coating. just applying it using that crosshatch method to make sure that you're not missing any spots. Allow it to cure up to that kind of rainbow finish, and then start removing with your first microfiber before finishing off with your second microfiber. All in all, this is another very easy product to use. So far I'm very impressed with the Garage Therapy range of ceramic coatings, and I will certainly be using them on future cars. During the process I did do a full interior detail using Garage Therapy interior cleaner as well as Garage Therapy leather cleaner and leather conditioner, but I didn't get too much shots of that, just due to the fact that there wasn't enough space in the car. All in all, as we come into some close-out shots on this one, I'm really happy with how this car turned out. The process was made extremely easy by the use of the Garage Therapy products, a little bit of Garage Therapy tyre serum just to finish the wheel off there. So if you have liked this video, please do remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.